What's going on, guys? Welcome back. An awesome day today. Much better than yesterday. Felt like things were much more clear, much more concise. The levels were being respected very nicely today, and I was able to make a awesome profit today on some SPY puts. Now, coming into today, we were talking about, if you came to the pre-market live stream, if you pay attention to anything I provide, we were talking about the 4,900 level on the S&P 500 futures. This morning, we were sliding into that level, right into a heavy supply, and that is where I was setting up shorts off that level, and we got a beautiful drop to the downside. This trade required patience and belief and trust in the system because there was definitely a few fake outs that may have gotten some people out of the put side before it started to work. So I have this whole trade recorded live. I'm going to walk you through it, and then I want you to watch me trade this live to get a feel for how I maintain this position. I didn't stray away from the idea. I didn't panic when I was in drawdown, and I trusted that 4,900 level on the S&P to play the short side trade. So a really nice trade on the S&P today. Have it live. I'll break it down. And also, what an insane move on Apple, Meta, or not really Apple, but Meta and Amazon. Major move in the after hours here. So tomorrow should be a pretty fun trading day. Let's review this SPY trade today. Let's watch that trade live as well. I hope you guys enjoy this one. Press that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's jump right into it. All right, guys, so on the left side, you can see my day, $6,500, a pretty awesome day, $9,600 on some SPY puts. Had a decent loss on Netflix as well. That was a really quick trade. Took that loss, $9,600 on SPY puts. Let's go ahead and break this one down. We can also quickly talk about Netflix, but it really was a very quick trade and a very quick loss, which I'll go ahead and show you real quick. So here is TradeZella. You guys can see now this is the first day of the month, which is a very nice way to start the month, right? You can see right here, first day of February, 6.66. I don't really like that number. That's a little concerning. I might need to adjust that. But $6,663 today. The main trade of the day was a pretty massive sized SPY put. All right. Let's not, it was massive. I think at the peak, I was in about $30,000 worth of SPY puts here. So it was a large position for me. Now, I know, right? I know there's going to be a lot of questions about over leveraging, too much size, this and that. And I get it, right? I'm the first one to be very aware of this when I am in trading. But here is why, and I will give you my reasoning, and it is different for me than it is for something or someone that may be new to trading. And I want to make this very clear because I give information and I provide insight to newer traders on this channel. I try to look out for newer traders because I know that is primarily who watches this channel. For someone, I would say like me, that has a good experience and has good, has done it for a long time and understands their statistics, which I know a lot of people don't, at times I believe it is okay to get a little aggressive, right? And I have been getting very aggressive in my trading. There is no doubt about it. But I have felt comfortable and I have felt under control at all times. My win rate since the start of this year is about 70%, okay? And we can go to TradeZella and we can see that right here. It's about 66.47%. If I have a positive win rate, right, and I'm doing well in my trading, which I believe I am, and I have good momentum, I'm reading things clear, I'm going to go ahead and push it a little bit. So this SPY trade was definitely a push, right? It was out of my comfort zone. It was a little bit large, right? But at the same time, it was under control. I knew how much I was going to lose. At no time was I in massive drawdown on this trade. So we can go down to the running P&L. You can see right here, my largest drawdown on this trade was $2,000. And that was pretty much around where I was about to get stopped out. And the reason why, right, and this is, again, a reason why I scale out of positions. I know some people don't understand why I take profit so quickly. The reason why I was never in large drawdown on a $30,000, $35,000 position here is because when I got a quick move in my favor, I took profits off, which protects me, right? I'm locking in cash flow. I'm locking in profits. And even if it now goes back against me, I do not have that full risk against me, right? This is very important in trading. It's going to take experience to put yourself in these types of situations in trading, to understand how to manage a position, right? How to really sort of finesse a position. if you get a quick move, some profit taking, protect yourself if it bounces against you, right? Those little things, it's going to take experience. I try to portray it here as best I can, but I want to make this very clear, guys, right? It's a massive position. It says 50,000 here. This is because that's the accumulated amount. At one certain time, at one point in time, I was never in $50,000 of SPY puts. And I think the peak, you'll see it in the live trading, was about 35,000. So the good thing about this trade, limited drawdown, right? Look at this drawdown right here. Most drawdown I had was $2,000. The peak of my profits was about $10,600. So a really good sort of running P&L there on this SPY trade. And this just comes down to having a really precise entry on these SPY puts. So you guys can see right here, I'm going to scale back or go back up. And you're going to see, right, my SPY put entries were, if I zoom out a little bit more, it was right here. It was around this 485.50, took some profits off on this dump right here, and then got back in some more up here, right, up around that 486, pretty much near high a day, and we got a very nice drop to the downside. Now, what you'll see here, and you'll see in the live trade, we had a drop and then a quick pop back above. Now, be honest with yourself, right? Be honest with yourself. Who would have gotten out of this trade after this moved back against you, right? You got a quick move in your favor, quick pop right against you. Who would have panicked out of the trade here, right? If your answer to that is yes, I can explain to you in today's video why I didn't, and it's because of a level that I was trading off of, and it's 4,900 on the S&P 500 futures. So let's now jump into the S&P 500 futures, and let's go into the 5-minute chart of this morning, right? And here is the S&P 500 futures this morning. Let's go over to here, and you guys can see, you know what? I think I'm going to go and start on the 15-minute. I think I can have more insight there, and then I'll break this down a little bit more closer. So 4,900, right? Why was that level on my chart today? Why was I even looking at 4,900? Well, first of all, it's a major psych level, right? We know that. Major psych level, market tends to react at them. But not only that, guys, right? We had previous rejections right here, 4,900. A lot of previous support right here, 4,900. And yesterday, now if we go down to the 5-minute chart and we look at yesterday, right? Look at how influential 4,900 was on the ES yesterday. We had a 4,900 hold, which after dropping it, we had a big aggressive downside. So, break and retest, right? This morning, we were trading under 4,900 on the S&P 500 futures. So I was looking for us to slowly move to the upside, right, and reject that level. And that is exactly what we saw. Now, with every channel trade, I talk about, if you come to my pre-market live streams, if you're going to play a rejection of supply into demand, you better be profit taking at that demand, right? We are not trading puts at this supply level expecting new lows in the market, right? We are not taking puts here hoping that we break through demand lows. That is not how we trade, right? We have to be respectful of every level on the market. So we knew we had this 48.70 demand below, and that is exactly where we held today. And in the live trading, you will hear me talk to the group saying that my target is 48.70. I am not looking for that much more at 48.70 because I know this is where we held yesterday, and I'm not going to just hope and pray that we break the lows. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to let the market trade up to a key supply. I'm going to look for that rejection of that key supply, and then I'm going to look to see if I can trade that downside right off that key level. So that is exactly what we did today. We had this move up into 4,900. We had a perfect profit taking down into that 48.70, right? And you can see right here, right? It was not without a little bit of fake outs here until the S&P 500 futures rejected 4,900. So I was sort of entering here. I was entering here, right? I had some nice quick moves in my favor, but following those quick moves in my favor, guys, what happened, right? We had moves back to the upside. But what do I talk about so much? If I'm going to short 4,900, okay, if that is my short level, if I'm saying to myself and I'm building a plan, short of 4,900, okay, this move is not taking us out of this trade. Why? Right? This is just an emotional move to get you out of that position. Why do we not get out on these pops to the upside? It's very simple. it is still below our key supply level, right? So no matter what you're watching on the intraday, right, if you're seeing the market push higher, if you're seeing the market push higher against you, is it still below my supply? Is the trade still valid? If the answer to that is yes, you are committing a crime exiting that trade, all right? We talk about that in the chat. It's a federal offense to be exiting a put position if your plan is to play a rejection level, right? Let's just call it 4,900, whatever level in the future you're playing off of. If you are exiting that put option because the market is just going higher, oh my God, the market's going higher, you are trading with emotion, and you are not trading, and you are not sticking to your plan. 4,900 is the level to play off of. We're staying in this position until it breaks and holds above. That never happened today. The upside below that level is meaningless, and it is meant to take you out of positions. That is what it is meant to do. Take you out of the position, build liquidity, right? Get buyers to step in, right? Get people to get out of shorts, right? And then eventually it ends up working. Bam, right? That is after it puts in a little bit of fake outs, right, to get some retail emotional traders out of the position. That's what it's meant to do. You can see the rejection came in. We have to be the ones to trust our plan, trust our level, stay headstrong, and look for the play to work out. Sometimes it doesn't, right? At times it does not. But that is why we use risk management. That is why we use stop losses, and we accept when we're wrong. So that was my trade on the ES. Probably one of the cleanest 4,900 rejections. One of the cleanest rejections I've seen in a long time. I mean, it was on the dot 4,900. The high of this candle, 48.99.25, 48.99.25. So it was right there at 49. Really nice rejection. I have this entire trade recorded live. So go ahead and watch that, guys. That's really what I'm going to, you know what? I'll share with you on Netflix. Just real quick, we'll go ahead and share with you that loss. Netflix, I went ahead and I tried to long a 570 level and quickly got stopped out. It just did not work at all. So you can see right here, I tried to get a hold over 570 on Netflix. I saw it starting to hold that demand here. Tried to play that long. It failed on me. I got out pretty much immediately under 570, right? You can see right here, got out right under 570. I'll go to Netflix real quick. I'll show you why I did enter, right? You see these little demands here? See that? Demand, right? And I was entering saying, hey, it's holding that 569, 570 pretty nicely. I think I might be able to get some continuation here. Started to fail, right? Started to fail, dropped, and I got out right in this area here. The reason why this didn't work is the rejections on the market, right? The market was undersupply, right? It started to reject, and it did not hold up above that 570, and I took my loss. So I have that entire trade recorded live, guys, on the ES. I hope you guys do enjoy it. I hope you learned something from it. Watch me trade it live. I'm going to really try to make this a little bit longer, so hopefully it's not too boring, but it was a long trade. It was a very interesting trade, right? Sort of sitting through those fake outs, trusting our plan, and you'll watch it all work out here in today's video. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Press that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. But I'd start to consider an ES rejection up here, guys. I'd start to consider an ES rejection up here, up into this 4,900. Be careful. All right, getting ready to stop out of Netflix here if it drops this 569. I want to see it start to wick here. Yeah, all right, I got to take that. I'm going to take my loss. I'm about to take my loss on Netflix. Let me see what it does here. I think I'm going to take this SPY play. Yeah, I'm going to take the 485 puts on SPY, guys. Taking the 485 puts on SPY. I like it. I'm just, in my mind, as long as the ES is under 4,900, the market should remain weak today. So that's sort of my mindset here. Any wick here, I'm getting out. But that's a good no wick right there. All right, I think I'm going to take half off here. Taking half off SPY. I'm going to hold some, though, right, for the 4,900 rejection to stay true, but this could be a re-entry short on the ES and SPY. I would be interested if I can see some weakness up here again. All right, I like the SPY put still. That's pretty much the exact level I want to see it below, so I'm holding strong for now. Yeah, it's still just playing around into supply, though. I'm not giving up on it yet. It's just this little slow move into this level. But if it does start squeezing above, then it's time to exit. So it looks like still some drama at 4,900. That's gonna really be my last level to see. But with that Nvidia strength, I'm not in love with my chances. Yeah, still there. 4,900 still there, guys. Good. Yeah, I like my trade. I like it for now. I'm going to hold on. Yeah, it looks like it's one of those mornings where you just sort of do this slow trend grind higher. We've been seeing that a lot lately. Now the question is, does trend break or do we do this all day? There we go. That's more like it. Come on now. Alright, it's more like it. There we go. Nice. Yeah, very happy with my trading today. Very, very happy. I just stuck to that plan. That's perfection. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's see what happens at 48.80 here. I think we're going to get to 48.70. This was my target. Alright, you're coming into low a day, 48.80 here. Let's see how aggressive this gets. I'll probably take some off right here, actually, to protect myself from this low a day bounce. Take some off here, 48.80, guys. Could be some support down here. We took it from supply highs back to the lows, so be aware, be careful.